Next in the series on Andy's current marketing strategy. Now, this one's a bit awkward. Facebook. Yeah, I know. I put a video out going, get rid of your Facebook. Facebook's rubbish. It ruins your life. It ruins culture. It's the worst thing ever. Get rid of Facebook. So much better. Better things on Facebook. It's true. Essentially, Facebook is absolutely shockingly bad and one of the worst places to market yourself as far as I'm concerned. However, plenty of people have disagreed with me, and I know of a number of individuals who actually do all of their marketing on Facebook. They have mastered the art and so on. I, as you know, or some of you will know, back on Facebook, couldn't stay away. The addiction is just too strong. I want to show you a strategy that I use, I've been using ever since I've been on social media, in order to get eyes on my stuff. Now, if you're putting out promotional material, no one's interested. People don't go on Facebook to be marketed to. Don't be silly. That's not what they're there for. What is it that Facebook offers people that's so addictive? Gossip. That's what it is. People like a bit of gossip. Cats, puppies, the shock horror. Look at this stupid video. You won't believe what happens. That kind of stuff. Watch to the end. Make sure you won't believe the number 6. All the clickbait nonsense. There's a reason why that works. People like something interesting, the carrot that's being dangled that offers something, some hope, something that's a distraction from working for a living, tidying the house, whatever it is people are trying to do. More importantly, social media gives the opportunity for people to have a voice, people to go, I am someone. Hey, someone, give me attention. And people give each other attention. They get that little dopamine rush from every click, every like, everything. The one thing I know is when I look at people's marketing material, the level of interaction is usually very, very low. The level of engagement is very low because people aren't interested. So in order to keep eyes on you, what you need to do is give people something interesting. Give them an opportunity to have a voice. It's ever so easy. So allow me just to go to my current Facebook page. I don't know how long I'll keep this up for. Probably forever. Who knows? Or I may well rage quit later in 2023. Only to come back again at the end of 23. But let's see. So I'll just switch and it goes all funny on the screen. There we go. The infinite recursion of the screenshot screening itself and then brought... Oh, ridiculous. Anyway. Let me just click away from there and come to here. Right, Facebook. So let's just look at some of the recent posts that I've put up and look at the engagement. Now, if you haven't got a branding thing at the top, you really ought to. Put something in there that is actually... Now, very few people will ever look at that. Few people are actually looking at another person's Facebook page. They're only really looking at the news feed, the infinite scroll that they've got. Some people will click through to your page. So it's not that brilliant in terms of putting stuff on there, but it is worthwhile, even if you just get 1 or 2 people. I used Canva, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. It is absolutely brilliant for creating graphics like this. Get the paid version. It's well worthwhile. Trust me on that. I keep saying that. Trust me on this. Used car salesman. Yeah, so get Canva and do pay for the full version. It is so worthwhile. If you've never done anything like it before, if you're not familiar, if you're one of these people that goes, I don't really understand how to do things like that, put some effort in. It will take you at least 15 minutes of experimenting and testing stuff out, and then you'll be making graphics in no time. Was going to say, trust me on that. All right, so let's come down to a recent post. So I put this one up this morning. That was 6 hours ago. This is just a link to one of the YouTube videos. Minimal engagement, no comments, and it's got 7 likes. Yeah, all well and good. Nothing tremendous going on there. We come to this one. A bit of snow in Britain, the media. Travel chaos, motoring misery for millions. Disaster, end of the world. Meanwhile, the British. Didn't do quite as well as I was expecting. It got 20 likes or engagements, 2 shares, 14 comments. Okay, so 14 comments. It's not too bad. It's more than I would say the majority of posts get from most people. So all those comments there. Now, here is the one from 2 days ago, which I knew would be a winner. It's the only reason I posted it. You see, I post stuff on Facebook, not necessarily because I think it's really important. People get so angry and people get so... They take commentary on Facebook so seriously. I don't. I've got to tell you that. I really don't. You may have noticed when people insult me or criticize me and stuff like that, I usually just give a jokey response. It's not that important. it is to other people, and that's the thing I'm using. I'm using the fact it's important to others. So I wrote, I'm curious about the general consensus regarding COVID vaccination. As you know, I'm far from being anti-vaccine, but given how inefficient it actually is in preventing infection and the incredible array of side effects, I have my doubts about it. Shock horror, somebody's questioning vaccine. Now, think about it. What's happened in politics, in vaccinations, and in healthcare is people have polarized. You're either far right or far left. You're woke or you're a fascist. You're either pro-vaccines, anti-vaccines. You're pro-abortion, anti-abortion. The middle ground is an area that people don't seem to go for. So I utilize that extremist position that people seem to adopt by posting stuff of the middle ground, because that invites the extremist type people to come and have a voice, come and have a platform, to be important for at least 10 seconds. Now, this one did quite well in terms of engagement. So it actually only got 7 likes. People hesitant in clicking that like button. 67 comments. And in the comments, of course, people start engaging with each other and sometimes disagreeing, sometimes not. I don't interfere. I don't tend to delete comments. I do, no matter how much people tell you, I delete comments, I censor people, I block people. No, I don't. Absolute nonsense. The last thing I want to do is that when I've got some arsehole giving me a hard time and stuff like that, the last thing I want to do is block them. Because why would I do that? I want them to be stirring stuff up, because then my name constantly gets repositioned. Every time someone puts a comment, it goes back into everyone's newsfeed. So the more engagement it gets, the more that post is appearing in news feeds. That's what I want, because my name's at the top of it. That's why I do this. Just don't tell the idiots this, because they'll, Anyway, so that did quite well. Then a couple of things on the research project we're doing. Got 4 shares, reasonable. Nice little branding thing as well. So we've started a whole series of pilot studies, and idea is this is going to go through a university. So it's testing out the hypotheses, not efficacy of IMT, but basically the claims that I make for IMT in terms of what happens, not how effective is it in treating stuff. So that's the research that's going on there. Now come down to this one. My favourite, just have a go at the NLPers. They get so angry. The NLPers hate me. Yeah, there's a reason why I foster that. They're not my market. An NLP practitioner, an NLP trainer is never going to be my customer, nor is a tapper. A tapper is never going to come and see me as a customer. So they're great targets for me to pick on, basically trolling them. Now, just got to say, I do it all under my own name. No matter how many people tell you I've got fake accounts and I'm trolling people, I don't. I do it all under my own name. I have no need for the fake accounts, despite the fact that apparently I've got hundreds of them. Hundreds. I'm like the Scarlet Pimpernel. So here's what I wrote. Master Trainer and Master Trainer Elite, because NLPs love their grandiose titles. What's the inevitable evolution of this insanity? And just imagine school teachers or university professors behaving this way. Okay, that's comparing apples and oranges. That's a ridiculous comparison. It's a ridiculous thing, but it's provocative. Now, what this gets is 22 likes, or laughter emojis, whatever, 59 comments. Now, again, because people are having an opportunity to either join in or disagree. Now, this isn't really sort of the grey area middle ground stuff. It's fairly polarised. However, it does give an opportunity for people either to defend their position or join in and attack it. It's not that important to me, just so you know. Actually, I don't care that much. I just know it's a useful point of provocation. Now, if we come down to here, that's Nick showing something on my page. Did a fundraiser recently. We do a thing twice a year for this charity over in India. Now, this annoys people. This annoys people a lot because apparently, you see, I'm horrible. I'm really horrible. I'm that baddie that everyone loves to hate. They don't really, but the NLPers don't like me because I pick on them. It's fair enough. And I pick on them for very, very good reasons as far as I'm concerned. And then I do stuff like this, which is fairly, whatever that word is, misanthropic. No, that's not the word, is it? Whatever it is. Philanthropic. Not misanthropic. Philanthropic. Where essentially I've raised, £1,110 from donations. And thank you to everyone who donated. And then I've given another £1,000 on top. Now, this is something we do because we work with this charity over in India. It's a huge organisation. They've got training rooms. So Think how much you pay for training rooms and all that kind of stuff. And now I have a venue that gives me a whole set of training rooms, and they have an infrastructure because it's a huge organization to do all the printing and the big banners and all that kind of stuff. So when I'm going over to Delhi to run a training course there, you'll be, well, you haven't done it yet because of COVID, but it will be amazing in terms of the promotional opportunities it gives me, and it doesn't cost me very much at all compared to what it may well cost to do that promotion if I'm just doing it solo, hiring a hotel somewhere. So there's reasons, logistical reasons for me to do this, but it's a mutually agreeable arrangement. I benefit tremendously. The charity benefits tremendously. I flew over to have a meeting specifically with them. So I just flew over to Delhi to have one meeting. Myself and my colleague and friend Jim came with me, and we met, and Jaspreet came, and we basically had the meeting where I outlined why I want to do this. What I said was, reality is, this is a huge organization. I will benefit enormously from this relationship, and I need to find ways that it will benefit you guys too, so it's mutually agreeable. And that's exactly it. That's how business works. So that's what that's all about. Now, if we come down to here, that didn't do so great. Right, now this one. This is a topical news thing, and this is something I recommend you do. Pay attention to what is polarizing people in the nation. At the moment in the UK, we've got a whole bunch of stuff around politics and stuff like that, the Tory party, Labour Party, and they are really divided. Understandably so, and rightfully so as far as I'm concerned. So it's a right polarization, an appropriate one. Or not. It depends on your point of view. Now, this is a story from those outside of the UK. Somebody who sits in the House of Lords, appointed life peerage, who just turns out to be as corrupt as they come. And obviously, there's a huge network of corruption within the inner sanctum to the tunes of many tens of millions that was fleeced from inappropriate contracts being given out during the times of COVID. I found her Instagram, and she turns out to be not only a peer, a lady in the House of Lords, she's also an Instagram model. Yeah, so I posted the link to that, and that got 33 comments and 15 engagements. Again, not too bad. But again, point being is I don't care about those things. It has no value to me. I can't do anything about it. It's not worth losing sleep over. I'm not going to get stressed about it. But by giving people the opportunity to sound off, to express their disgust at what's happening, and so on, every time somebody comments, my name at the top of that thread comes back into the newsfeed, and it keeps getting circulated around. Now, periodically, I will go back after a day or two, and basically that thread's run its course. People move on very fast and forget, and I add a comment to stir things up more, and then it cycles through again. Ever so easy to do. More stuff about the fundraiser. Now, the reason I'm doing this is simply because not only do I keep eyes on me, my name keeps appearing, but it also means that I have lots and lots of content that is just not the endless goddamn marketing. Allow me to give you an example of what endless goddamn marketing looks like. If we just come to this one. So this is the American Board of NLP, one of their groups. So it's a group by Tad James Company, NLP Trainings. So fair enough, they've set a group up specifically to market their courses. And as far as I'm aware, the Tad James Company does very, very well. So I've been too critical here. But, so one of their promoters, Irina here, don't know these people at all, has posted this was 10 hours ago. So this is just a little video from Adriana promoting no engagement. We have here another one, which is the shop they've got from Adriana, no engagement. We come to here, again, this was 11 hours ago. It's a little video from Adriana, 1 engagement. Another one here, again, around about the same time, promotion for stuff in next year, no engagement. Essentially, we just have endless postings from people promoting stuff, and nothing wrong with promoting stuff. But are you going to be, if this is all you ever see, are you going to click back, because this is in a group, so it's not going out to the newsfeed necessarily, only going out to the group members. Are you going to be drawn back to have a look at this? Where's the interest? Because if I'm not going to buy a course, I'm not really thinking, 2023, what should I do? I'll go and train with Adriana James. If that's not in my mind, then I have no reason to come back here. Now, if they were posting stuff that gives me the opportunity to engage with, because how do I engage with this? What comment can I give apart from, yeah, rah, well done, do this more, or who do you think you are, this is rubbish? Okay, that only goes so far. There's no engagement. And anything I post in response to that doesn't get me engagement with people engaging with my comment. It's a complete waste of time. So I would recommend what they would do is put in every four in posts that give people a voice and platform, then you put in a promotion. So essentially the promotional content is minimized. Some people, and I won't name anyone else, on their pages, and often they spam it across by tagging people, get tagged all the time. Immediately I just remove the tag. All they're doing is basically spamming. Now they're promoting themselves on their own Facebook page. But the perception of everybody else, they're just spamming, they're just promoting themselves. Now, the person who's endlessly promoting themselves, what does that do? It makes them look desperate. It makes them, and not only am I promoting myself, there's zero engagement. So not only am I looking desperate with endless promotion, but there's no social proofing because no one's interested. I'm giving visible demonstration that there is only one person here interested in this, interested enough to click like. No one's even interested enough to comment. Why would they be? So that's my point. So give people the opportunity to express themselves with your posts. Don't just endlessly spam your social media.